So welcome back to another video, and as you see we now have the quick lift and it's all working absolutely brilliant, and I couldn't recommend it enough. So much more space to do stuff in. Let's go and have a quick look at it. That is so much better. I haven't got my other mic on. I will pop that on in a minute so you can hear me a bit better. So I'm hoping this mic's working okay. Today what we're going to do on the RS, now she's all up in the air, nice sunny day, I'm probably going to start with the Haldex, get that done, and I'll throw that Power Flex insert bush in as well. So let's crack on with the video and get those bits done. So to change the bush you need a 21mm socket, a new bolt because they're stretch bolts, a torque wrench because we will need to torque it. I've got some red rubber grease to help it slide in, and obviously the bush itself, which I've gone for a black series. I don't know it would be too harsh, but I've never really had problems with the other ones, and I went the fast road one, which is the purple one, the last one, so I think the black one will be all right. We'll find it anyway. It's going in. So we'll do that. Oh, sorry. So we'll do that, and then we'll crack on with the Haldex, which we have literally everything we need to do. We need to pull the pump out as well because we've got new seals to go on that. So yeah, happy days. It's quite nice to actually start on the RS finally. I was waiting for these ramp extensions, which were in there, and I realised I didn't actually need them, so I don't know why I was waiting. I was waiting for nothing. The red Mark II, all cleaned up, levels all checked on it, tyre pressure's done, ceramic coated, all ready for its new owner because that's going this afternoon. So that's looking absolutely wicked. I know the new owner who's buying it, and to be honest with you, there was only really 3 or 4 people that actually wanted to have the car, and luckily he was one of them. And as soon as he knew it was up for sale, he jumped straight on it. He has driven the car before, so I don't know whether he wants anyone to know that it's him yet, so I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, I couldn't be happy. It's going to such a great person. He's a friend. I know he's going to look after it. So, and I'm still going to see it at show, so it's sad. It's a bittersweet because I love that car and it's sad to see it go, but I just don't use it, and I know that he's going to get some really good use out of it, and he knows the car. So it's a sad one, but also it's nice because I know a mate's getting it and he's going to look after it. So back onto the RS again. As you can see, the RS plate is on it. I've got this nice bit of space here now. This can literally stay on these ramps now until it's done. So let's quickly smash that bush out and then get on with the Haldex. So that's the bush we're changing. Well, we're not changing that even, we are putting this. So that's the bush, and we'll be putting that insert in there. I hope I've got the right one. It does look like the right one, so that's all good. But first of all, we need to move this shield. So quite a few torques. There might be torque 27s or something, but I think we've got one there, one there, one there. Obviously the same there, one there, one there. That one's obviously missing action, so we'll see if we can pull that out and put a new one in there. And obviously pull off all these ones here for the front bit as well. I've never been underneath this car, so it's quite nice to actually have a good look underneath as well. So let me go get some tools and we'll whip that off. Right, so we've all done the tray off. we can now get to this. So I'm hoping that is literally just gonna whiz off. Let's see if we have the right bush. Okay. Right, so they've sent me the wrong bush, so we're not doing the bush today, so let's get on with the Haldex. So we are at the rear of the car. Let's give that a little clean. Oh, this rag's clean enough. Oh, I made it worse. There we go. Right, so Haldex pump, that needs to come off. Filters up here. Can you see it? Right there, so we need to whip that off. We need to whip that off. That's our drain. And that's our fill plug. So let's whip that off first, because also we want to make sure we can fill it before we drain it. Oh, I don't understand why it's so tight. There we go. But we've done it. Right, so we know we can fill it now. So that's a 5mm hex. That's an 8mm hex. Right, there we go. That's undone, absolutely perfect. Let's see. This hasn't actually been changed that long, but he didn't take the pump off and do the other filter, and I don't trust no one to work with my car, so obviously it wasn't my car then, but I need to make sure it's all done properly. I'm sure it's fine, but let's get it all done again. Right, we have new bolts, so we'll let that flow out. Maybe if we undo that as well, undo the fill, that might help it. There we go. See the difference there when you just undo the fill plug as well. We'll leave that to drain away, and let's get on to the filter. So you need to remove this cover to get to the filter, which is just 2 4mm hex bolts, and then the cover will just pull off. Alright, so with that all loose, we need to get into the car, plug the diagnostics in, get some pressure in it, and it will push that filter out. At this point, I literally just remembered I've already taken the fluid out, so I can't do it that way. It won't, because we've already released the fluid. We're going to have to do it the screw way. So we're going to put a screw in and out and pull it out. Let's do that. Right, so as you can see, we've got our screw in there. So hopefully we'll be able to pull that out. There we go. That is actually just like a plastic like plug sort of thing that sort of protects the filter. So actually inside, the filter we still need to get out, which is a pain in the arse because it's quite fiddly getting the actual filter out, but let's get it out. As you can see, actually, oh, there she goes. There we go. And that's the filter. So I'm going to give that a quick clean, and then get the new filter in there, new plastic like bung, and then we get the cover on. So new filter, new bung, new cover, and there's 2 new bolts in there. So let's get all this back in. Let's push. Let's get that in. That literally just was really stiff and then it suddenly just went. So that is now in. Just put that on. These bolts are torqued down to 6 Newton meters, but I couldn't fit my torque wrench in there, so I just used common sense. So with the new filter in, it's now time to remove the pump. These can be an absolute pain in the ass to get off. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to undo that clip.
undo that, and that one, and hopefully that will just pull out and we can change the 2 O-rings and clean that filter.
Right, let me see if that will come off.
I don't think that's going to have enough. I really don't think you're going to be able to see this, but see the plug I've undone on that cable to be able to pull the pump off.
So let's see if we can get the pump off now.
There we go. Alright. Absolutely perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Dirt in the filter that, so we're going to whip that off and go and blow it off with an airline. And those 2 seals there, we will be changing those as well. So the filter's held on with a T10. So that is, as you can see, a lot cleaner. Let's bang that back on. Large ring on first, then the small ring. New fluid around the seals.
With the pump all sorted, it's now back in place and tightened down.
Right, so that is the pump all on, all connected back up. So now we need to put the fluid in. So let's put our new drain in, which we torque up to 38 Newton meters. So that's the old one because I've stopped the fluid from leaking on me. So let's whip that out. Oh yeah, by the way, the pump bolts, they're 6 mil. Sorry, 6 mil. They're 6 Newton meters. And this is 38. Drain's 38 and the fill is 15. There we go. 38. So now we've got to do the fill process. So we're going to fill it up until it starts pouring out, and then we're going to put the plug in. Then we're going to do a bleeding procedure to pump the air out, and then we'll top it up again. So let's get some fluid in there. Luckily the kit, it comes with a tube and everything just to make it a little bit easier. You get the Phoebe kit, you only need, I think it's about 700 mil, 800, but you get what, 850 milliliter, which is enough to do the job. So let's start putting this in. Just put it in nice and slowly, otherwise it will just literally come flying out. Right, okay, you can see it's starting to trickle out now.
So now we need to bleed the system with our diagnostics. It's block 22, I believe. I'm using my X tool. I absolutely love my X tool. And there is a new X tool, and a 5S. This is a 7S, which I am waiting for them to send me one. So when I get that, I'll do a review on that, and I think that's a slightly cheaper one, but it won't have as many functions, but it might be better for a lot more people. So let's crack on with this and start bleeding the pump. I don't know how well, because obviously the reflection on the screen, but yeah, there we go, all-wheel drive, block 22, actuator test, start test. So we're going to run the pump for 1 minute, and then we're going to move on to the next step. I'll put you down underneath the car because then you can actually hear it kicking in and kicking out. And we just do that 3 or 4 times. We engage the Haldex, and then we engage the four-wheel drive. So run the Haldex pump, run the pump for 1 minute, then engage the clutch for 3 minutes. Do that about 3 times, and you'll hear the pump change as it's pumping the air out. So A couple more times to do that. So let's crack on with that.
So if that ran for a minute, now go to next and engage the clutch. Right, so with that done its final one and all the air has been out of the system, so we can go stop and boom. And that's that done. So now what we're going to do is we are going to top the fluid up. I think we're already spilling out. So we are spilling out, so let's put our new plug in. There we go. We're going to run a scan just to make sure we've got no faults, and if we have, we can delete them. So let's have a look. Nothing found. Cool.
So we've got no faults. It's all done, all good. The Haldex will be good now for many miles. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one when we get some more bits done on the TTRS. Right, I'm going to crack on. Proud owner.
Proud owner, can't wait, epic.
Right, listen to some riding in a TT.
And that was it.
Hello viewers. Hello
She'll be going.
Is that a brand new TT, guys?
It is.
Smells mint. Looks mint. First Mark II we've ever owned.
And that is the red TT gone. But it couldn't have gone to a better person.